I'll be first to admit, I'm fairly new to Battletech. It was always kind of in the background, and I never really could get a hold of games, books, or media until recently. But boy, when I get my hands on something, well, it turns into a video topic.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
ZX Thunderman Commodore 128 and 64. I hit the floor, I hit the shore. Got game skills from days of yore. I close the dead computer rolls, play until my hands are sore.
Welcome to Beef Snake Nerdcast. I'm Star Commander Bolter. Battletech is a fun setting that has weird ideas from the 80s and 90s, distilled through the years of shifting concepts of sci-fi and coolness. Due to its relative obscurity, it has the luxury of surviving and doing its thing without the mass criticism that comes with fame. And that's a good thing, because Battletech is a strange setting. For starters, you've got the Inner Sphere, made up of 5 different flavors of Ponzi nobles, and a phone company playing court intrigue with nukes. You've got the Periphery, where the more fringe elements of society try to be a society. You've got the Deep Periphery, where all the weird, pulpy sci-fi stuff happens. And then you've got clan space. We're talking about one of those clans today, so let's give a general idea of who the clans are. The clans were a group of humans who shot themselves way out into space when they were disgusted by the Inner Sphere and what was going on at the time. It's a long story. There were a lot of civil wars. Once they got out into the assiest end of the ass end of nowhere, they decided to make some changes on how they would do things. The big one is they formed 20 clans with a stratified caste system. One of them was Clan Cloud Cobra. Now with all that build-up, we finally get the payoff, as Clan Cloud Cobra is a weird clan, even to the other clans. Cloud Cobra is named after the flying cobras of the planet Arcadia, and are a deeply religious and monastic group. This comes from their founder, Captain Wilhelm Katib, who was a chaplain back in his Star League days. As far as standing goes, Clan Cloud Cobra is not an incredibly powerful clan. They took big losses in their early days, and that's been a hindrance to their growth ever since. They also managed to make an enemy of Clan Coyote, the clan with the best mechs, bar none, so that's not doing them any favors. However, it needs to be pointed out that they were the first clan to implement the, selective coupling that is a cornerstone of clan society today, giving them an edge on genetic manipulation. They also have strong ties with Clan Stone Lion and Clan Star Adder, 2 other minor clans that they have a mutual respect for. 2 clans out of 20 may not look all that impressive, but we have to keep in mind that the clans resolve just about everything with honor duels and polite warfare. Clan Cloud Cobra, however, tends to be more restrained when it comes to conflict. They have a very wait-and-see attitude, and this helps them survive in clanner culture. But if the way demands they fight, they will fight. Right, the way. What is the way? The way is indescribable, and means different things to different people. The philosophy focuses more on the journey of self-discovery as a path towards enlightenment. But beware, many paths lead to certain doom. Clan Cloud Cobra uses this philosophy to guide their actions and decisions, both on a personal level and as a clan. This leads to a paradox of people practicing the way in many different forms, usually meditation or gardening, but only Clan Cloud Cobra is enlightened enough to practice the way correctly. But this is a war game, so how does Clan Cloud Cobra conduct themselves on the field of battle? Well, seeing as they pissed off the best mech makers in clan space, Cloud Cobra, true to their name, focus on air power. Hitting hard with fighters, bombers, dropship assaults, and then bringing in ground forces to clean up what's left. Their warrior cast consists mostly of aerospace fighter pilots, who train harder and longer than the rest, and are the best of the best in their field. Among clans, anyway. The fact is, Clan Cloud Cobra is a fairly non-violent clan, because it's part of their religion. Things like moving towards peace and the sanctity of all life are core principles of the way. So when they fight to disable, not kill. This unclan-like behavior puts them at odds with more practical clans, like Clan Wolf, or the more zealous Clan Jade Falcon. While some may laugh at this attitude of moderation and restraint, I want to point out that they are still around in Battletech. The clans consistently fight for weapons or resources or to absorb other clans. Cloud Cobra didn't openly antagonize other clans and were mostly left alone. But what about when the clans moved to invade the inner sphere, I hear you ask? Well, Clan Cloud Cobra was against the invasion in the first place, and abstained from the competitions of who would get the glory of attacking first. This saved them resources, both in contests of who would invade first, and in the invasion itself. An invasion they would have suffered badly in. See, while Clan Cloud Cobra has the best aerospace fighters and pilots in all of clan space, we have seen time and again that the best clan aerospace fighters have nothing on inner sphere flyboys. Clan Cloud Cobra would have gotten stomped flat. They might be a bunch of unclan-like religious weirdos, being non-violent in an honor-based dueling society of super soldiers, but it just goes to show that sometimes the smartest move is to not pick fights. Thank you for tuning into Beef Snake Nerdcast. I have been your host, Star Commander Bolter. Please follow The Way down to the like and subscribe buttons below, and if you find it in your heart, ring the bell as well. If you enjoy my sage wisdom, then tune in next time when we seek the enlightenment on the Decepticon criminal Springload. Until then, seek the way, my friends.